super humid.
Well, you ready to go back home with all that rain compared to the sunny Arizona desert?
You know, I love to visit, but I'm a person that loves change.
Okay.
And I knew I was meant to be there.
Wow.
And so I just... Yeah, we're going to figure it out eventually.
After the disclaimer, bring you right in, or do you want to play some music first?
You can bring me in.
Bring you right in. All right. We got 1 minute. 1 minute.
If the live want to act crazy. They want to act crazy.
Oh, I need to do the do not disturb thing on mine.
Oh, thank you.
Otherwise, I'll be getting phone calls. Is that on Facebook?
You are now tuned in to Hits 92.3, where we take great pride in personal expression of one's feelings, thoughts, or ideas. What you're getting ready to hear on this show are the opinions of the host and their guests, and they do not reflect the opinions of Hits 92.3 radio station, the brand, management, staff, their respective advertisers, parent companies, or affiliates. Now stay tuned as this show begins in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, it's your girl Marquita V. The host of the Pink Link, where we have powerful, innovative, next level conversations with a K, because we fancy hunty. But since it's lunchtime and it's Friday, I hope y'all are looking forward to doing lunch with us, because we're serving up appetizers with our Wisdom Wiser, entrees with entrepreneur and community news, desserts that we've redefined that will have you fine and geared to shine mentally, physically, and spiritually. Now, with that being said, some days we may get to stuff and skip dessert, but you'll still leave full of purpose. So we're gonna dive right into it with our Wisdom Wiser today. And so it's only right that I just do this one today because of the guests that we do have on here. And so that is everything that is the result of vibration. And if you don't like the result, change the vibration. That's all. Abraham Hicks. So
Yes.
I don't know how many of you all are familiar with Abraham Hicks, but definitely, go look her up. She's full of wisdom and I just love her. So with that being said, we're going to introduce today's guest, and this is Michelle Froedge.
Froedge, yeah. I know, my last name is really difficult.
Well, how are you, lady?
I'm fantastic. Thank you so much for having me here.
You're
today.
welcome. It's a pleasure to have you on. I'm excited about the conversation.
Yes, me
All
too.
that you got going on.
We always have good combos, though.
Yes. So you gotta tell me, what are your thoughts surrounding the Wisdom Wiser for today?
Well, I love Abraham Hicks.
I know.
I mean, Esther and Jerry, if y'all don't know,
Yes.
Esther and Jerry, Esther embodies Abraham, and Abraham is all of this wisdom that is channeled from the divine. And so messages that come through are just so, they can be anything from healing to educational. And I think for this one, your vibration, gosh, this is how I live, right? You walk in a room and, if you've ever walked into a room and you could just feel the feeling in the room, that's
you can feel the energy.
Yeah, that's
whether
energy.
It's off or on.
Exactly.
If something just went down, I can
you know
feel
it. You might not know exactly what happened, but you know
like
something did.
Off.
Yep.
So if you feel like, something's off about something, that energy is right. That's the intuitiveness that you need to definitely listen to. The Holy Spirit too, I call it guides you. So it can be, that, but it's still vibrational,
Yes, absolutely.
Vibrational sense.
Yeah, if you think about, it's funny that we're on the radio, because you think about a radio frequency.
Yes.
And if you tune into that frequency, you're going to hear that channel. So you're hearing us here now. But if you were to turn your dial, you would hear something different, because you're on a different frequency. And it's the same thing with us, our bodies and our mental, states. We tune in to where we want to be.
Yes.
That's the key, where we want to be. And if we get hijacked by somebody in a lower vibration, it's going to bring us down. So we really got to watch our own vibration and our own frequency.
Yes, I love how you just went deep with that, because I've listened to her for some years now. I think I found her through watching Oprah. If y'all know me, you know I love Oprah. Yes, I do. And it was someone else recommended Tony Robbins. He was like, asking it is given, you know. And then I just remember when I went through something to literally just heal myself mentally, it was making sure that I tuned into a better vibrational frequency in my mind. That starts within your mind first, you know, so that you can let your body follow, you know. And if you're not doing it first mentally, whatever you're feeling within your body will continue to just contradict that because you're not, you know, doing it in your mindset. So I just love it because you have to make sure you're tuning in on the right dial, as she's saying, how you put it on the radio aspect, because she's definitely reflects on it. Like, you change the channel. If something, you change the channel in your mind. So if you're going through a crisis or whatever that is in your life and you're just focusing on it in that set and vibrating on all the negative aspects of it, it's time to change the dial. So change the channel and start vibrating on a more positive aspect so that you can start reaping something different. It may not happen instantly. Well, for the most part, it can.
It can, instantly. Sure. Yeah.
The moment you shift, it can be an instant release and relief for you. So definitely be intentional about the vibration.
Yes.
So that's really anything else to close up the wisdom.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, she also talks about the momentum, and I think, you know, like I was just thinking with the example of a radio. You know, if you are listening to a rap station and all of a sudden you're like, you know what, I don't want to hear rap anymore. I want to hear country. Well, it's not going to change. You're not going to change that station until you actually do something.
Exactly.
You have to physically change the dial, change the station.
Take action.
Yeah, you got to take action. But it has, like, so it's not going to be until you take that action. And the action is, like you said, changing your mindset. You have to build that momentum up, because once you've heard 20 rap songs, you're going to have rap songs in your head until you listen to 5 or 10 or whatever country songs, and then you're going to have country songs in your head. So you got to build up that momentum to what it is that you want, rather than going down a path that you don't want on a different frequency.
And staying stuck. And
Exactly.
If you're feeling like you're stuck, you're choosing to be stuck.
That's exactly right.
It's basically all it is.
Preach.
It's a choice.
That's right.
To get unstuck, it takes action.
Yep.
So we're gonna close up the Wisdom Wiser for today and move on. I definitely hope it has helped you to see whatever you may be struggling with in a different light, to, you know, gain momentum towards another positive aspect of that situation that you may be faced with as well. So, Michelle, girl,
Yes.
what do you want to discuss now? I'm gonna let you choose.
Okay.
We can just do it impromptu.
Okay.
Faith today, forgiveness, fearless, or fumble. You want to talk about one of those aspects?
How about forgiveness?
Yes, I love it.
Mm-hmm. Forgiveness is, I think, sometimes misunderstood. I think that some people believe that to forgive, you have to accept or justify. So, like, for instance, we just had something happen yesterday. O.J. Simpson died. I'll just put that out there. Some people, you know, I've seen on social media, some people are saying, good riddance, happy he's gone, right? And then I'm sure there are some people that were close to him that are sad, right? Well, if we can learn to forgive, no matter what the situation is, it does not mean that we are justifying what was done or said or anything like that. We are actually releasing ourselves.
Yes, I love that you say that, because the thing is, when people are saying that in that aspect, you know, even if he did something to you and your family, it wasn't even you and your family, you know, like people saying that and you're acting like that.
Exactly.
About somebody you never knew.
Never.
Nicole nor OJ.
Exactly.
You know, and the guys, unfortunate situation around the incident, but to just say good riddance, like, it just says a lot about who you are as a person.
Exactly.
Your character.
That's right.
Because I seen it, And I just put prayer hands. I don't know. Did he do it? Did he not? The glove didn't fit. Did it fit? I don't know. I can't say.
Right.
You know, but I'm not going to move on that energy wishing this man good riddance because he done passed on. I just put prayer hands. You know, I don't know. I can't judge it.
That's right. And we're not
for me
supposed to.
Exactly. We're not supposed to. It's for the man above. He's the only one that knows the truth.
And OJ knows the truth, obviously.
Right.
But, you know, we don't have to. See, we're all on our own journey, right?
Exactly.
And so we don't have to answer for him. He's not going to answer for us. So when we forgive, again, we're not necessarily accepting something that happened.
Done.
Yes.
Exactly. It's just to remove you from the emotional attachment to things and people.
Exactly. And it's healing for ourselves, because have you ever held on to something? I mean, I can be stubborn. I will admit I can be stubborn. And, you know, sometimes I can think about something that happened years and years and years ago. And I'm thinking, why am I still harboring this about this? Why am I still thinking about this? Why am I still feeling guilty or shame or anger or whatever it is around this? I need to forgive and let it go so that I can free myself.
Exactly.
We're keeping ourselves in bondage when we don't forgive, no matter what the situation. And I know some situations can be super, super difficult. But if the shoe were on the other foot, wouldn't we want forgiveness?
Yes.
I mean, we're forgiven.
Exactly.
We need to forgive everybody else too, and everything
Even if
else.
it seems like they shouldn't be forgiven. People have done horrible things to children, to you know, to loved ones. Like my brother, we still haven't found his murder, but even doing that, you know, when others was feeling one way about, you know, this, and they was thinking I wasn't feeling a way about it. No, I just know how to release and forgive and trust. Like, why am I gonna harbor those feelings towards those people? That it was wrong, but I have to move on and forgive them in spite of.
That's right.
Because that's for me, not for them. And I learned that through Oprah.
There
Oprah
you
girl.
go. See,
one day Oprah gonna be on the big link.
She is,
because she was like, forgiveness is for not for you. It's for it's not for others. It's for you.
Right.
And I reflected on this before when she was saying how she was so mad at one of the ladies that was her ex-friend, and she seen the lady like walking through Melrose Place or Beverly Hills and was shopping and just living the good life, and she looked and was like, I'm mad, and she's gone on with her life, you know, and she realized in that moment, like, you know, let me let this thing go because it's hurting.
It's not affecting her.
Affecting her at all.
Right. She's out there living her best life.
Exactly. And that's the energy when people putting that stuff out there, they put out there yesterday, any day, pertains to anything around forgiveness. It's only hurting you, you know, and your energy and what you're trying to vibrate. We just talked about vibration. All of those things are imperative and significance of what you're going to vibrate and also attract into your life.
Yes.
You know, you put good riddance, OJ, and baby,
guess what? Something's going to come back around to you.
And that's what I'm saying. You have to be mindful about what you're saying and what you're doing.
Yep.
So, so y'all, we're going to get ready to just wrap it up and get ready to pay some bills around here. And so, it's your girl, Marquita Vian. I am on with Michelle Froedge. She's going to get me for like just saying her name. And so, we'll be back in a second. Froedge. I don't know why when I say it's Froedge.
Oh, just
Froedge.
Froedge. I know, it's because it's spelled that way.
Right.
Froedge. It's
and that's what I've been
Froedge.
telling myself when I was doing everything, like Froedge.
Everybody does it. Hey, you did it better than a lot of people do. Some people are like really butchering.
Froedge. Okay.
Froedge, yeah.
So when we come back, we don't have to take another break unless you just want to.
Okay.
But we got a lot to cover.
We do have a lot to cover. And I love this song.
Yeah, this
so
one's
good.
jam.
She's so good. Some lady sang this last night at karaoke after.
You should.
I'll be alright.
I know you were singing at the Christmas party. I was like, okay.
Oh, I forgot that you heard me there. That's funny. Yeah.
But I can blow it. I'm like.
Hey, the secret's out. Hit 92.3 is now accepting submissions for brand new shows. That's right, you can become a radio personality right here on Hits 92.3.
your girl Marquita Vion once again on Hits 92.3 ATL with my guest Michelle Froedge. I got this.
You got it.
I had to retrain the brain. Like, I've been thinking Froedge the whole time, y'all. So we're gonna get into some questions and just find out more about her and what it is that she do, so you all can know that. So where are you originally from? You out here in Georgia. Where you
I'm in
from?
Georgia now. Well, so the short version is I was raised in Arizona, and then I moved to Tennessee for music in 97, and so I lived in Tennessee for about 21 years, and now about 6 years in Georgia.
Oh wow! So originally Arizona. Hot. What age did you leave?
Well, you know, when you grow up somewhere, you don't realize how great it is sometimes until you're gone. And I wanted to do music, and I moved to Tennessee to do Christian contemporary music.
Oh wow!
Mm, that's what I
country.
wanted.
I
Nope.
would have thought Nashville, Tennessee.
I never
country.
listened to country. No, I rarely listened to country. Rarely. And then I never sang it.
Oh,
Never
wow.
did.
You never sang country?
Nope. Like, I've probably sang, in my whole career, I've probably sang like 3 different country songs.
Wow, I'm shocked.
I'm not a country girl. I'm a rocker chick.
I get that, but I like country music myself. So I'm like, you don't like country, girl?
I don't know. I don't know why. I guess I just didn't grow up with it.
Right.
You know?
Arizona, it's more down south.
You would think maybe Arizona would have country. And I heard country music, but I just didn't get into it, you know? I was always the rocker chick, or like even some R&B, back then. Now I'm more into that now, but rock and roll was always my thing, so.
I get you. I see rock and roll more than country.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I moved to Tennessee to do music. Yeah.
Okay, so and you moved there, you said what, 21?
No, so I
You
lived
lived
there
there
for
20
21
okay.
years. So I moved there when I was 24. I think I was 24, 25. Yeah, 24 years old, I think.
Okay, well, how was it out there when you initially went? Compared to your childhood in Arizona? How was it?
Completely different.
I know.
Completely different. Arizona, like you say, the temperature, hot, dry, desert, very little green,
Mm-hmm.
but very spread out. The mountains, beautiful. You could go hiking. I didn't even own an umbrella when I moved to Tennessee.
Wow.
I had to remedy that real quick because
Yes.
within the first few months, I think we had like 30 days of rain, and I was like, oh my gosh, what did I do?
Why did I make this decision?
Yeah, the weather was not cooperating with me. It's super humid.
Well, you ready to go back home with all that rain compared to the sunny Arizona desert?
I loved to visit, but I'm a person that loves change,
Okay.
and I knew I was meant to be there.
Wow.
And so I just stayed. I was like, yeah, this weather sucks, but I'm not going to let that stop me.
Like, you just knew that.
Yeah.
That's how it was when I first moved out here. After 10 years, after people tried to talk me out of it.
Yep.
Even though it wasn't just peaches and cream when I first came, and people were like, well, how you liking? I'm like, I don't know. I just got here. Because I was just like, I ain't telling you because you going to try to talk me out of it.
Exactly.
I know I'm meant to be here. God got me here for a reason. So that's what my thing. And I was like, no, I'm not going to run back home because I know I'm meant to be here for a reason. I didn't just move here just to move here. It wasn't me.
Right, exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cause honey, rain and stuff. If you're that person that your mood changes when the rain comes, there could have been someone like that. And they'd be like, "Babe, I can't do this. I can't
Exactly.
do this. It's too much rain for me."
Yeah. Well, I definitely had to get used to it. I definitely had to get used to it, and the humidity too. That was the thing. That's still to this day is something that I can't deal with very well. That humidity is nasty, but I learned to live with it all right. But so the other thing that was very different, the people.
Mm-hmm.
The people in the South are so nice.
Right.
At least to your face, right?
Exactly.
To your face, they're nice. Maybe the whole bless your heart behind your back might not be so nice.
Well, it's more like, hey, we speak.
Exactly.
How are you? Have a great day. Thank you.
Yes.
A lot of places say that about us. That's how people would know you from the South when you visit somewhere up north and things like that. They're like, you must be from down south.
Exactly. Because you're so nice. Or the yes ma'am, no sir.
You know, they don't speak up north.
No, they don't.
Speak. Like, they're like, why are you speaking?
I know.
Yes. So, yes, that's when we have Southern hospitality, you all.
That's right.
So I'm glad you came down south because I've gotten to meet you.
Yes.
It's meant to be.
It was, definitely.
Like, twin, where have you been?
I know.
So we got to get into what is it that you do and how do you help your clients now that you are just, out here, what are you out here doing as well?
Well, so I had a complete life change in 2018. So I moved here. When I moved here, I really just started listening. What is it that I'm supposed to be doing? Because what I was doing it just wasn't filling me up anymore.
It wasn't serving like it was when you initially started. That's why I say it's seasons.
It is.
It was a season.
Yes. It absolutely was a season, and I loved it for a season.
Exactly.
And then things started being revealed to me that, I wanted to walk away from. And so when I started listening and really tuning in to what it was that I not only wanted to do, but was really feeling led to do, was create a business where I helped women by using my intuitive abilities. So I help women really live the life that they either dream about or that they don't even know is possible. We all have dreams in our hearts. Men and women do. And I also feel like the reality is our society does not cater to women as much. And we're not given the same opportunities sometimes. And I'm not saying that, we should push that down or what. I'm not saying that at all. It's just the reality of it. And I'm not a feminist, so, but the reality is sometimes we as women are told, well, you can't do that, or you shouldn't do that, or here's what you should be doing. Your role should be this as a woman, and your role should be this as a man. Where I believe that if you're given something in your heart, then you should go for that.
Exactly.
Whatever that looks like. If it doesn't seem traditional, that's okay. So I help women find out really who they are on a soul level, and then we get to explore, okay, that's who you are. What is it that you want to do? And what is keeping you from that? Because so often we have tons of fears and past programming and things that we've grown up with that we don't even realize. We're not even conscious of it. Exactly. So we got to get to that subconscious and unconscious level so that we can bring
some
those
stuff.
Yes.
To be able to, decipher and move.
Exactly.
After you went through all those things.
Exactly. Because it's not for nothing.
Right. It's for a reason.
Exactly.
A greater reason than you will ever know until you start doing it.
That's right.
When you say intuitive abilities, what is that? Dive into that some more.
Yeah, I love talking about this. I'm so passionate about it, especially because there's a lot of misnomers around it. Because some people think that it's like from the devil, right? And I love talking about it because each one of us has had a gut feeling about something, right? Well, that's our intuition.
Yes.
So we all have the abilities. It's a matter of if we practice them, if we develop them, and how we use them.
Yes.
So your intuitive abilities are no more from the devil than a guitar is from the devil, or a gun or a bow and arrow is from the devil. We were given these things as tools. It's how we use them. If we're using them, I'm not going to say correctly, but if we're using them for good,
exactly,
versus something else,
evil,
right?
Right.
So we have the tools within us, and when we use them for good, like helping women, really come into their own and be the woman that they were meant to be from the beginning. You know, so many of us, we feel like there's something missing. Feel like there's something missing in our lives, right?
Yes, and that's when they're not actually doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Exactly.
You will feel that. I felt that before I started doing and moving into where I'm at now.
Yeah.
I don't feel like nothing's missing because I'm tapped in.
Me
you have
too.
to get tapped in.
Yes, exactly. It's like, you've heard the saying, like, do what you love for work and you'll never work a day in your life. That's it. And so many people don't get to experience that.
Because maybe, you know, many of them are in careers or maybe even businesses they started that's not what they truly love and want to do.
Yeah.
It's more monetarily.
Exactly.
And so many get lost in that.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And money does count. We're not
You
saying
need
that
money. You
because
should get paid for what
right,
you do,
but
of course.
You can also tap into that full person within and prosper there too.
Exactly. It's a full picture.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love it.
Thank you.
So you helped your clients to be able to just recognize that is what I'm looking for, the word I'm looking for, to be able to tap into their gifts.
Yeah. Tap into their gifts, tap into their soul, who they really are. Because when we think about it, when I see clients, they come to me with things like relationship issues.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, you know, they've gotten out of a relationship, or they keep dating the same kind of person.
Yes.
And they're wondering, what the heck, why do we still keep getting into
you're
this?
attracted from that vibration that you're around.
Exactly. So they come to me with relationship problems. They might come to me with past trauma, you know, depression. I mean, all sorts of things. And gained weight.
Right.
People want to lose weight. And there's the interesting thing about what I do with the energy work. There's nothing that can't be addressed with energy work and with visualization, with mindset shifts.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so many of the things that we deal with on the daily is because of our mindset.
So true. I'm just loving this conversation.
I knew we'd have a good time.
Yes, I know, right? It's always a good time, girl.
Always.
So, how long have you had these gifts, Michelle?
I mean, I as long as I can remember, because like when I was young, when I was a little bitty thing, I had an imaginary friend. That's what they called her. She was an imaginary friend. But to me, she was real, girl. She sat at the table. I would ask my mom to set her a, plate so that she could eat.
You actually saw?
I saw her.
Okay.
Now, my family did not, but they addressed her because they were playing along with it.
Right.
They didn't know that she was real to me.
Mm-hmm.
They just thought I was making her up in my
head. They thought you was cuckoo for Cocoa.
Well, yeah, and I am, let's be honest.
Right, we all gotta be cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Right.
Nobody just 100%,
Exactly.
I guess sane.
If we were all sane, that would be so boring.
Right. Hey, we the human race. Like, that's what makes us up and different.
Right? I like being unique.
Yeah.
So it started then, and then throughout my life, I look back now and I see things that happened in school and, afterward that I was like, oh, wow, that was my gifts. I didn't understand them. I did. I pushed them away.
I don't think she's tripping at all if you're watching this. I'm just gonna say because after my after my mom and my sister passed, I know after my sister passed, I used to be in my sister's room and I would sit on her bed and an image of a little boy would just appear out of nowhere. Mm-hmm. And so I would try to tell my nephew to go outside to see if his shadow would come up, and no shadow would come up. And so I would see that, so I believe you.
Yep. And
then after that, when I would be there, I would just see a glare. And when my mom passed, I would, we saw stuff. So she ain't lying. You can see some stuff.
You definitely
that stuff
can.
Is real.
Yes.
And I think Tabitha Brown have even just told stories about her gifts and her experiences too with seeing things. Like, it's real.
Yeah, you have to be open to it.
You can't be scared.
You can't be scared. No, you've got a body. You're more powerful than anything that doesn't have a body. So
Right.
that's what I tell people too. You don't
And
need
then
to
you
be
have
afraid.
to know if you're a good person, it's not anything that's going to harm you. Because that's what kept me, even at a young age, it did not scare me. Because I had peace.
Yeah.
I just was wondering what it was, you
Yeah.
know. And then when I seen like this glare, I was like, there just must be my sister still, you know, just in the atmosphere or something. I don't know. But it wasn't scary. I would have thought before the experience happened that it would have scared the daylight out of me. But it would happen in the daylight too.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Exactly.
it didn't scare me at all.
hmm Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so those are the things, like, you know, when I'm in a client session, I can see things, I can hear things, I know things, you know, and a lot of people will challenge me on this. And I grew up in the church and everything, and I've been challenged by people in the church. And I say, here's how I like to put it. You pray, yeah?
Mhm.
Do you expect or hope to receive an answer from those prayers?
I expect.
Okay. And then when you expect to receive an answer, how do those answers come to you?
Like confirmation or just in a whisper,
Okay.
like a silence, or I may hear something or see something. Like the other day, I think I said something last week on my stories. I prayed and then I was like something, and then it was just like be still and know was my instant answer that I got.
There you go.
Even my bishop said how Jesus came to him when he was like 7 years old,
There you go.
and he's you know, he's a bishop now, and he's well, you know, grounded in his calling.
Exactly. So people that, you know, will challenge me, it's like, I'm doing the same thing. I'm using my gifts.
What came to you?
That's right. Yep.
I love it, Michelle.
Yeah. And I just now help other people.
Even Tabitha Brown, I think they try to judge her because
Yes,
of
true.
her gifts.
Yep.
She has those gifts too. They're
Yes,
just
she does.
powerful. She can't help it. You can't help it.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, I pushed them away for a while because I was
I'm
afraid
glad
of
you
them.
did no longer push.
Thank you. Me too.
I'm
I
glad you
am who I am.
surrendered.
Right,
And just
exactly.
walked into it.
Yeah. Yeah, because
And I don't
now
think it's nothing
powerful.
of evil or, you know, you're
Yeah.
not doing that. Because, like I said, when I'm seeing things I've seen and been through and heard, I just feel like it's just part of the world we live in. And we will be ignorant to think that these things
Yes.
do not coexist along with us.
Exactly.
Spirits and, you know, things like that.
Right. Exactly. I mean, if you want to talk about the Bible, it even talks about all of this in the Bible, you know,
Right.
but as with anything, anyone can, you know, turn things on its side and make it, you know, mean what they want to or whatever. And I'm sure that some people will say that that's what, you know, we're doing, you know, turning that on its side. But what I say is you have to have your own relationship. And like we said in the beginning, nobody has to be accountable for me, and I don't have to be accountable for anyone else. So
Right.
you do you have your own relationship, and everything's going to be okay.
Right. That's what I was saying this morning too. Like when people are, you know, judging others, whatever you choose, that's a choice you make in that season. Someone close to me, they chose to go back to eating chicken, and I had to let them know, baby, it's okay. You chose to be vegetarian
That's
in that
right.
season, and now you're choosing to be pescatarian or just eat your chicken in this season. It's your choice, your life.
That's
And
right.
It's only what you're putting, you know, what you're choosing to do for you.
Exactly.
Like, no judgment.
Right. I can't judge.
Live. If people was to
Yes.
live their life full of their purpose, it would be less judgment and less
Amen.
hating and criticizing others.
Amen.
But they're not doing it, and that's why we're talking about it.
Yeah, we're talking about them because they're not doing it. We're judging them.
No, we're talking about why they're judging.
That's right.
We're not necessarily just talking about y'all.
No.
But yeah, we are in a way. I'm joking. But yeah, so how did you get the name the Rockstar Coach?
Oh, yes. Well, you know, I kind of touched on the fact of music before. So
Yes.
I actually am a singer. And so sometimes when I'm talking about, if they don't know that I'm in music, it's like, I feel like wow, she's real conceited using ROCKSTAR. She's a rock star. Well, actually, I kind of am. I do sing.
Right.
I'm in a band.
It goes together
yeah.
because I actually am a rock star.
I actually am, so.
Yeah, and she can blow.
Thank you.
Yes, but I love it. That was great. That was great, way to put it together. Like, you're not just using Rockstar, just be using it, hunty.
Right.
Like, she's really. So I gotta ask you this right fast. So, do you pop your ish or are you humble, Michelle?
I think, here's my opinion. We all need to pop our ish.
Yes,
We do.
Why not?
We do.
Gotta love it.
Because if we don't, nobody else is going to.
Exactly. If you don't clap for yourself, baby, you just
Exactly.
don't wait on the crowd every time. You gotta give yourself some applause.
That's right. And you have to know what you're good at and keep, if you have a purpose and you're good at that, tell everybody, I'm great at this. This is what I can help you with. I'm not going to be the one to help you change your tire on your car.
Right,
I can tell you
I
that.
help you with this.
Exactly.
You don't have to call AAA for the other stuff.
Exactly.
I have a friend girl that literally know how to change tires.
See?
And I said like one day I was gonna learn, but I didn't. I got the AAA, I got roadside.
No, we like nails too much,
Yes.
right?
So, we're gonna do the word of the day right fast.
Okay.
Wow, and get into it. So our word of the day is signature. Signature. CYNOSURE. I want to do like silly from the color purple. Mr. I'm just playing. Stop. So, a person or thing that is the center of attention or admiration. So, since we're brightening our horizons in our vocabulary here, you want to use it in a sentence, Michelle?
Oh, goodness. You're putting me on the spot. Can I see the word?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm bring it over there to you.
Where is this here?
Right here.
Oh, here we go. Okay. Oh. Well, I'm going to say this. Marquita is such a cynosure
Oh.
because people are drawn to her and her energy,
Oh.
and we all appreciate it so much. So I would see you as cynosure.
Oh,
Is
I
that-
love it. That's
I hope
amazing.
I used that properly. I don't know.
Let me see. When Michelle is on stage, she is the signature because she just have great vocals. I guess that was right, y'all. Hey, that was the word of the day. Signature, look it up, get the definition, and use it in your vocabulary today.
Woo!
So, that was
We
that.
did. We did our duty for
Right, we
today.
did ours. We shared. We tried.
Yeah.
So we also got a joke, y'all, for you. So I didn't do the joke last week, so I was like, I gotta make sure we do the joke this week. And so the joke of the day is a knock knock joke.
Okay.
Because I have a guest and I
Okay.
love a knock knock.
Okay,
So
me
why
too.
not?
Okay.
Okay. So knock knock.
Who's there?
Radio.
Radio who?
Radio not. Here I come.
Ah. Where's your little
I
thing?
know. Like, why not? What is the clap?
I'm too busy. Like, man.
I know. Okay, y'all. We gotta get back into some questions because we almost about to wrap it up in like 11 minutes. So we gotta get some more done here. I'm doing all this playing, but why not? It's good
It's
to
fun.
good laughing.
Right?
So we had the solar eclipse Monday.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that? You know, it was so many.
Oh, yeah.
And it was when I did this question, I think that happened after I found after I put the question out here. But a young lady, she was an astrologist or something, and she took her life, her boyfriends, and her child, and pushed the kids out the car because she thought the solar eclipse was, I don't know, but it was just overthought, and
Yeah.
that's why I was asking you about it because I'm
Yeah.
like, what are your thoughts around it? So many, people got these theories behind it,
Yeah.
and unfortunately, she had her theory and committed that unforeseen accident
Yeah.
and tragedy.
Yeah.
So prayers up to them, to the families.
Yeah. There were a lot of different views
Right.
and opinions of what was going to happen and why the significance of it. And here's the thing that I feel, and I will go back to my my youth of going to church and hearing these things, I remember hearing no one knows the day or time.
Exactly.
And, you know, while we are given information, while we are given these gifts that we can prophesy and different things like that, I don't believe we are supposed to know when the end of the world is coming. If there is an end of the world.
There ain't no astrologist, no
nobody
movement. Nobody's going to be able to predict it.
Correct.
So
Correct. And it may not be what we think it's going to look like.
Exactly.
So, you know, when I remember the year 1999.
People thought the world was going to end.
Yep, 2000, it was like in a crash.
People were taking their life because they thought it was going to end.
Right.
No, you're assuming.
Exactly. You don't know. And so, again, we go back to the surrender, right? You take what's given to you and you use your discernment and you prepare for what you feel you need to prepare for. But I would personally not take drastic measures, like don't sell all your belongings.
Right.
You know, if you're not willing to be without belongings, if the world doesn't end. Because if you then you're done. You know, you got to go buy some of those things back.
Get everything again.
Right.
So, at least you ain't taking life. At least you can say what
Right.
you laugh at it. I think I was
Exactly.
just laughing. You know, like you just sold everything. The world's still
You'd
going.
be like, dang it!
Oh Lord! I remember when 2000 hit myself because I was a young girl. I was like, oh, I didn't know what was gonna happen. I was watching the clock, like, oh,
Exactly.
gosh, what's gonna happen at 12 o'clock? Because people always said all these things.
Right, exactly. So that's kind of the same thing, right? We didn't know.
Exactly.
And I think that we can go to extremes.
Right.
You know, we can go to left, we can go to right, we can go to north, we can go to south. I mean, and really at the end of the day, that's what I say, we just have to have our own relationship with the divine or the universe or, you know, whatever it is that you see as the higher power.
Right.
Because none of us truly know.
Right. Nobody knows.
So don't go to extremes.
Nobody
Have your own
knows.
relationship and, you know, and live your life. You know, like we said, you do you.
Yes, I love it. So, now we can go back into business. So, what's a testimonial from a client you may have received?
You know, probably one of the most exciting, I guess. I don't know. They're all exciting to me. Every single time I work with a client, I get excited about what happens. But one of the ones that she actually shouts from the rooftops is a lady who really was having issues with overeating. And yeah. And I told her, I said, look, I don't know what kind of results you're going to get, but I do know that if we set our intentions, you know, anything is possible.
Oh, yes.
And so at the end of it, the work that was done, the energy work, the intentions that were set, she was within 10 pounds of her goal weight within a few months of
amazing.
Yeah.
Congrats to her and you
I
as
know.
well.
Well, thank you. I always say I'm just a channel. You know, I do the work, but I'm a channel for the work.
Wow.
But, you know, that was
That's
a really
big.
cool thing. Yeah, it was
That is
really,
big.
really big.
Wait, it's not, you know, I don't know how old she is, but the older you get, baby, that's...
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah.
Yes. So, so we about to wrap it up. So we can't not wrap it up without asking you, how can we support, because we support at the Pink Link,
Right.
you on your journey, and what tea do you have brewing that we can support on?
Okay. Well, everyone could take advantage of my Monday morning meditation. So I channel a meditation every week and I send it out. So that's totally free. You can just go to my website, www.rockstarcoach.org. And there will be a link there. You can sign up for that for free. Also, soul sessions are something that I'm doing right now that I'm offering that are just super juicy. So reach out to me on my website if you want more info on that.
What does sessions entails?
Well, it's 90 minutes of energy work, of intuitive guidance, of channeled messages, of really anything that wants to come through, and really digging in, like we talked about earlier, finding out who you are, who you're meant to be, you know, where you want to go, and how are you going to get there, and what's stopping you. So let's get that out of the way, remove all of that stuff that's keeping you from getting there, and live your best life.
I love it. I thank you so much for coming out.
Thank
Michelle.
you, Marquita. I love
This was
that convo.
awesome. Me too, lady. So I thank you all for listening, and we gotta ask you a quick book recommendation too before we close out, because
Okay.
you know we gotta give them dessert. So you know, what's
okay.
a sweet
I have
book
two.
for you?
I have
That's
two on
fine.
my mind. Okay, the first one would be "Dying to Be Me."
Oh, Dying to Be Me.
"Dying to Be Me" by Anita Morjani.
Okay.
It is an account of a woman's near-death experience,
Oh wow.
and it's amazing.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get that one.
You want to get it immediately.
Yes, it
It's
is.
incredible. And then the other one that a group of ladies that you know, we're going through this book right now and studying it, is The Four Agreements.
Oh, you know, yeah, the last guest I say before that.
Were they talking about it too?
That's my favorite book. I love it.
Girl,
Now I got
it's
all of
amazing.
y'all. Now one is be impeccable with your words.
Yep.
2 is don't take things personal. 3 is do your best. And 4 is it's always one, y'all. I said I had them like dang.
It's now you're gonna put me
What
on
is
the spot
it?
too.
Don't take things personal.
Oh, don't make assumptions.
Don't make assumptions.
Yeah.
Thank you, Michelle.
Yes,
But
yes.
that's one of my favorite books, and every time I'm
So
trying to
good.
tell people, it's
I
like
know
it's
you
one.
miss one all the time. I know I do it too.
Oh. But yes, I love it. I need to reread it too.
That's what I'm doing. We're
So-
rereading it, so it's so good. I recommend both of those.
Okay, yes. Get those books, you all, definitely, and especially now. Y'all probably heard me mention the 4 agreements. I don't know how many times. So get it if you haven't already. Like, quit being stubborn with yourself.
Right.
And so I'm about to close out the show. Like I always say, you are great in the life you desire. You get to create today and create like my sis Michelle over here. So be out. Have a blessed one. It's Marquita Beyond. Hits 92.3. Oh, that was it? Okay. Because I was closing out on both. Okay. Lady, thank you. Somebody coming in? We gonna take a picture.
No, you gotta come.
Okay.
I ran out of storage on my phone.
I wanted to tell you, I was like, Lord Jesus, she done ran out of
I
storage.
did. Super fun.
Thank you. It was awesome. I loved it.
Me too.